you guys are joining me for the first time today, well, thank you for joining me on this live video. What I want to do is I want to do a quick market overview of what's happening right now in the Forex market. There's a couple of things that we can look at, and I've seen a couple of setups today. I just want to give you an overview right now, so you guys can maybe get something and maybe apply something as well when you're gonna trade. So for you guys that don't know me yet, I'm a Forex trader. I trade Forex pretty much full time now. I do swing trading and day trading, mostly on multi-time frame. So I'll show you a little bit what I'm looking at this point. And yesterday I did a live video with a trade that I was in. I'm still in the trade. I'll show you what happened with that trade. But I want to do a quick overview, and those are the pairs I follow on the right hand side. So I follow about 10 to 15 pairs or a little bit more. And those are the one I trade. I don't trade anything else because I want to make sure I focus on some pairs like this. So we'll do a quick overview of everything. And if you guys have any question in the meantime, make sure you use the chat box or the chat, the comment window. I'll make sure to look at them and answer your question if you have any question at any point in time. Now, the reason why I use TradingView is because it's a lot more simple, I think, to show things to people and to draw on the charts. Right? That's the biggest reason. So if you guys don't have TradingView, it's a good tool that you should check out. And you'll definitely get something out of using the tool. And it's free, so definitely check it out. So, ADGPY, this is the first pair I follow. And what I was looking at basically is to have some sort of down move. Because we're consolidating on the weekly chart. Okay, I'll show you quickly. We're really consolidating. Still in a downtrend, but consolidating a little bit more. So, the stupid thing here will be to buy and expect price to go higher. So the two things you can do is either you wait for a breakout, and I talk about that a lot. Okay, I love to trade breakouts, but a breakout of this level here, or the other thing you can do is you can expect price to go downward here. So you're looking for selling pressure. Okay, that's the only thing that I would be looking at right now, but nothing else. And what I liked on this pair is that we had some sort of range. Well, it's kind of a weird range, but we do have this move upward, so a break here, and then we form a range. Okay, so this range is what you can use to trade a breakout. Now, when I do multi-time frame, is I'll look at this range and try to trade a break to the downside of this range. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Now we broke below. We're still testing this level, so we'll see what's happening here. But for now, nothing much. This is the same thing. I actually have an order open on this pair. Actually, let me show you guys with this screen here. So the order is right there. It's not triggered because I was expecting a breakout, and we just came back and we didn't continue the breakout. So I'm still waiting on that trade. We'll see what happens with that. So that could be a thing. And usually what you'll see is that when you have a strong candlestick like this, okay, and a breakout to the downside afterward, because we had a nice consolidation just after. See how this is a nice range? When you break off this range, usually it's going to be pretty reliable because we're in a big downtrend, okay, before. So I'm using multi-time frame here to enter a smaller breakout on the lower time frame. And ADUSD is pretty much the same thing. It's just the other way around. Cat CHF, I was expecting also a breakout here. I have an alert set on TradingView to let me know when it's gonna break to the downside. Here, because we had this down move, I didn't want to buy on that breakout, okay? Simply because it's counter trend, and because we have this strong resistance level right here. Okay, so buying here and stop loss below here to take profit here, well, it's not really rewarding. Right? It's not a big reward to risk, and even maybe here. So I'm staying away on this pair for now, unless we break to the downside. And I kind of expect price to come back down. We'll see what happens. But for now, that's the plan on this pair. And let me know, guys, if I go too fast. I didn't see any comment, but if you guys need comments, just let me know and I'll answer them while we go. Euro GBP, we had a strong down move this morning with the news announcement, and this is a really good point that I don't know if you guys are following news, but I always have, this is like my routine every single morning. I'm gonna open up Forex Factory here, and I'll just look at the news we have for the day. Okay, so we had quite a bit of news today, the major ones. So let me just close this here. Wonderful. So we had this, all these news. So 5:30, 6, 8 Eastern time. Okay, we had a lot of stuff. Even 8:30, 10. So I'm usually gonna stay out of the trade if I see big news like this coming up. But it's really important to check this before, otherwise you would be stuck in a trade. And the good example is with the Euro GBP, because we were in an uptrend before, and we have the news announcement where we broke down completely. Because if you're not aware of this and you buy here, well, it's not the best case, right? It's not the best idea, because you know you're at the news, so you might want to stay away. And usually speeches are going to be even more impactful than news. Okay, news is usually going to drive price in one direction, either downward or upward. But new speeches are usually going to make price go in all direction, okay, before it takes a direction. So it's even more risky. It can be swept out even more when it's a speech. So just be careful with that. We had a speech this morning. Euro GPY, I'll go on a higher time frame. We are consolidating here also. Okay, so there's no reason to trade unless we have a breakout of the structure here. So I'm looking at this level, 116, and basically this upward trend line. So if we break one of those two, just zoom in a little bit. If we break above one of those two, then I'll be looking to trade breakouts. If we have good, always, like if we have good pressure by the buyers or sellers, because that's the thing that we need here. Otherwise, the reward to risk is not good. So that's why I'm staying away. Euro USD, we're kind of consolidating a lot here. Okay, I'll go on the weekly chart. And as you see, it's really consolidation, like consolidation after consolidation. So we're really between those two limits, and it's been a while, like since 2015. Okay, I think that's August. It's been really a while, so you definitely wanna be careful with this. I was not like expecting trends when we're consolidating. That's one big problem people have. So unless we break of like this level right here below, the 108, and this one, the 104, 105, okay, we cannot expect any trend for now. Those are the two levels we need to watch. Otherwise, if you want to trade sideways between those two levels, it's fine, but it's not going to be super rewarding. You're going to get lower reward to risk for sure. And same thing here above, we have the 1.14. That's really, really strong as a level. Okay, we always came back within the range on the weekly chart. So that's the thing you could look at. GBP CAD, this is another pair that I like to trade, and I'm just waiting here for a nice setup because we are going to the downside. Okay, on the weekly chart we're kind of consolidating a little. Well, we were consolidating here. Now we broke below, so it's a good sign. When we break below like this, two things we can do. Well, either we can sell on the breakout, or we wait for the retracement, which we're having right now. Okay, so right now it's a nice retracement. I'm looking for some pressure by the sellers to sell. That's the biggest thing I'm looking at right now. Okay, that's the main thing that you could look at. And we're retesting the same support level. Support in the past, now becoming resistance. So we came back to the same level, and now we're right there. This is a perfect place to look for setups. Okay, you need to know what you need to know what you look for, but that's the right place to do it. And I'm still waiting for that pair, so I'll see what's happening and decide from there. GBP and ZD, same. Well, we're consolidating here, so kind of a micro sideways move. And this is what I like to trade on the lower time frame. Okay, we broke down this morning, didn't go forward, we came back within. And I'll just show you guys, because one thing I like to look at when we break out is the RSI. And the RSI this morning was not oversold. Okay, it's a good sign that we're probably going to come back within. So that's my way of doing it, but it's a tool that I use to see when we have a breakout, whether it's going to be strong or not. So I was expecting price not to work, not to break out strongly this morning, and that's what happened. So I'll wait to see what happens. I'm not going to buy a breakout above. Okay, I'm looking for the breakdown here because of the big downtrend before. Okay, so that's the idea right here. This is the same thing happening. Well, those pairs are kind of correlated, so GBP is correlated for sure. So I'm waiting for the same thing. Entity CAD, this is interesting. I'm waiting for the breakout of this smaller consolidation here. But the idea is that we're breaking out of a weekly level right here. You see this level, 95, 96, 0.95, 0.96. We're breaking right above right now. Because this is a good sign that, well, we'll see if we continue or not. But the RSI, not overbought here. Not yet overbought, but close. So we'll see what's going to happen here. And my play with this was to look at this small consolidation and enter on the lower time frame. Okay, on the 1 hour chart, I'm seeing we're breaking out of this. I'm looking to enter above maybe this. Okay, that's some way I could do it. And don't forget, guys, that I'm telling you this, but you need to know what's in your plan. And you need to do what's in your plan, right? I'm not gonna say what you need to do. You decide what you do, and you're responsible for the trade you take all the time. Same thing on the NZD/USD. S&P 500. I still have the trade open since yesterday. So yesterday I did a nice video about this trade, showing you exactly what I was looking for, how I entered the trade, and where's my take profit stop loss. But I have a good reward to risk on this. So I'm staying in the trade. Right now it's profitable, and I'll see what happens with this. Okay, we cannot know what's going to happen, but the odds are good that it's going to go down, in my opinion. So that's my trade on this, and I'll see what happens. USD CAD, this is kind of like going sideways for a long time. We've been a few days that we're really between those, like this small range here. Okay, and this is a good area because we had some sort of trend line forming. Either we're gonna go back down or break above. Okay, there's no other way. Like it's, so we have to wait for a breakout. And as always, I don't know what's gonna happen with this, right? There's no way, and there's no reason to trade here because you're between two limits and you're really consolidating on a small level. Okay, this is really a range that you could look at like on a 15-minute chart, and it's really choppy. So I don't see any reason to trade on any time frame now. If you want to take trade, well, fine, but you'll probably be stuffed out easily. Okay, so you need to be careful with this. USDJPY, we are sideways again on this. And what I was looking at recently was this level, okay, right here. Because we had a nice resistance at that level. Now we're coming back here. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have a small retracement and a move to the downside. Okay, I'll see there's a few possibilities here. But for now, I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen. And if you have any trade on this, the place to take profit is definitely here to the downside. Okay, to this support at 100, like it's a round number. So that's even more powerful. But you need to be aware of this level here, the 100. Because it's a like one is a round number, and we touch a few times with this number here. Always come back above. And let me see, we are still in a downtrend on this pair. So there's no real reason to buy. I wouldn't see any reason to buy. But if you want to see what kind of trade you can take with this, well, go ahead. But I'm still waiting for a small retracement and a move to the downside. Okay, that's the biggest thing I'm looking at right now for this. And usually when I start to analyze, I'm going to look at the weekly chart. Just because it's usually really clear. You know what to expect. And it's easy to look at. I guess that's what I'm looking at pretty much all the time to start with. And then I'll move downward. So weekly chart, daily chart, 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, depending on what I'm looking for. USDS GD. This is a weird pair that I trade sometimes. I had some good success with this. So I just keep it. But right now we're consolidating. Okay, this is pretty clear. Although we were, sorry about that, we were consolidating before. Okay, we had this range. Now we broke above. Okay, so when we break above, two things we can look at. Either we'll buy on a breakout, or we're waiting for the pullback. And now we had a nice pullback to the same level, the same support, which is a round number, 1.38. So I'm waiting now to see what I can do with this, if I have any pressure about the buyers here. If the buyers are coming back in control here, at this level, the 1.38, it's a good sign that we'll go higher. Okay, but you need to see what's going to happen here. Because this breakout could be a fake out. Okay, we'll see with this what's happening here. And you can trade this on any time frame. That's the cool part. But for now, I'm still waiting to see what's gonna happen here. And that's pretty much it, guys. We did the whole review of all my pairs I follow. It's good to do it live because I have some pressure to explain and some pressure to say what I'm looking at. So if you guys have any question, comment here on the chat or in the comment. I'll do my best to answer them. And yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll do my best to answer your question. And if not, I'll just end the video here. I'll be back here afterward. And I try to do more videos. So if you are not subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe. I'll do my best to give you the information. I publish like one video per day. So there's definitely something to get out of every single day. And oh, one last thing, check out the Facebook group at desiretotrade.com/group. Okay, I'll go right here. It's really, really simple. Go on desiretotrade.com. This is my website /group. And you'll see the Facebook group where you can interact with other traders. Oh, nice. So Brian's here. Awesome, Brian. So check out the group here, and you're going to be able to join. It's for free, and it's a good way to meet other traders and to talk with other traders. So if you have any question, comment there. And if not, I'll just see you soon. Ciao, guys.